This evening, we celebrate the curiosity, the talent, and the potential of Jamaica's youngest learners as we get set to witness the bright sparks of our future as we officially launch the PBCJ Kiwanis Little Spelling Bee competition. Let the journey to excellence and literacy begin. This is PBCJ's Agenda Jamaica. Stay tuned.
Welcome everyone to the official launch of the Little Bee Spelling Competition 2026. Today, we're celebrating our brilliant little minds, our buzzing, bright, bold little bees, ages 4 and... Excellent. Let's warm up the room. When I say little, you say bee. So when do a test run, right? Little. Bee. Little. Bee. One more time, little.
Bee. One of the more popular projects of the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston, the Little Bee competition is aimed at improving the spelling and literacy skills of 4 to 5-year-old children in basic schools. The project began in 2002, and this happened by the Young Children Priority 1 Committee under the chairmanship of our Donna Samuels, who is not with us here at the club anymore, and our DLG Rosie Henry, who was then at First Life Insurance Company. She sought sponsorship of her company, and the First Life Trophy was the main prize for the champion school. The words are selected in collaboration with the Early Childhood Unit of the Ministry of Education, so that the appropriate level of difficulty is achieved. So, this is just a synopsis of the Little Bee competition. We have bigger things coming up in years to come, and so we want you to just relax, listen to what's happening this evening, and enjoy the proceedings.
This year, our theme is creating partnerships for sustainable service. Our sponsors have made this project sustainable for the last 24 years. So the first one, we are powered by, let me see if we know, who are we powered by? Western Union, non-stop sponsorship all the way. And then we have our other sponsors, Answers as well, our very own Marilyn Beckford, sorry. And then Sun City Radio, they have been with us on the journey. Sun City Radio 104.9 FM. Wrights Bakery, come on, clap our sponsors. Fruit Blossoms. OGM Integrated Communications Limited. Thank you for joining. And PBCJamaica, who will this year be providing us with televised broadcast.
So it's a special milestone, and we have to note this as we try to change the lives of children that we develop for tomorrow.
I believe that our participation will be very good for the competition. It exposes the children to another environment. You put them on the television light and so on. So it also gives them an opportunity to look forward to something. Many of them might come out of this to come into media or something like that. So at this very, very early age, it is good that they have this kind of exposure. They are spelling in keeping with the Ministry of Education's guidelines and stuff like that. So I think having this component to the competition this year is going to elevate the quality of the competition as well as how people receive it for those of us who are consuming the content.
The competition, you know, is from children who are 4 and 5 years old. And at that key stage, we understand the importance and the fundamentals of spelling and reading. And in Jamaica, we understand the issue of literacy. Now, if you can read, you can spell, you can spell, you can read. The two of them go well together. So we fill that gap. And what we have seen is that it has expanded from just a few schools to now more schools, about 20 schools, and you know it's going to grow and more people. So our main thing is, so yes, we love the competition and we want the fun part, but also about improving literacy among children. We realize children nowadays are distracted with tablets and phones, but if you realize they get a spell book and to sit and read a book, nowadays it's not so popular, but you still see the students that collected their books and they can go home and they can practice their books. So it's also our method of improving literacy. So that's the main focus among children.
On behalf of the PBCJ, I thank the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston for allowing us to partner with them with this very spectacular venture. And I'm looking so forward to working with the other sponsors in ensuring that we give the best product on television, and you'll also see it live, I'm sure, streaming on the web. So thank you very much for allowing us to be here, and we look forward to being with you.
So we celebrate not only the growth and impact of this program, Little Bee Competition, but the unwavering resilience behind it. And I say that. We pivoted during COVID by adding an app. And it was an expensive venture, but thank God to Grace Kennedy, Western Union, we made it.
You know, it seems to me like you think you've done something small that is growing. But let me correct you to say that this is monumental. This is huge. This is humongous. This is gigantic. You know why I'm saying that? We are struggling as a country, as a ministry, to get the business of education going. During COVID, I'm at the National Education Inspectorate, and during COVID, we had to go online to inspect the learning, the classes, whatever, that engagement that was happening. On a day-to-day basis, we try to make this thing happen. And here you have it, a free app that supports learning. You should be commended for that. I am very proud of it. I downloaded the app. I started to spell some of the words. Yes, and what? So far, I have a 100% track record on it.
Grace Kennedy Money Services, through its Western Union brand, is proud to once again serve as title sponsor of the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston Little Bee Spelling Competition. Each year, this remarkable initiative reminds us of the power of words and the importance of nurturing a love for learning from an early age. The Little Bee Spelling Competition is more than a contest. It is a celebration of curiosity, discipline, and the confidence that comes from mastering new challenges. Through this platform, our youngest learners are given the opportunity to explore language, expand their vocabulary, and discover the joy that words can bring. At GKMS Western Union, we believe that literacy is one of the strongest foundations for a child's future.
I must commend the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston for supporting the work of the Ministry of Education. Can we have a round of applause for the Kiwanis Club?
What I can say to you is that beyond this participation with the Kiwanis Club, with this particular venture, the PBCJ is involved and looking forward to helping the various aspects of the ministry and the government. We fall under the Ministry of Education. And through our PBCJ1, we have a 24-hour dedicated educational channel. We use a lot of content from the Ministry of Education for all areas of the education spectrum. And not in addition to this competition, we're also looking at other partnerships with other entities. We're looking right now at possibly at a debating competition that should be coming on stream in short order if negotiations goes well. So we definitely are looking as to how we can contribute to the vision and the mission and to expand what's happening within the ministry that we're a part of.
Now, let's talk to a dedicated teacher who helps prepare young spelling stars and witnesses their growth firsthand.
Well, I'm happy that the Kiwanis Club of New Kingston provided us with an app in which we can allow the students to go on and to make sure that they understand the letters, the sound of the letters, and to go from different levels to different levels. Also, we incorporate the parents So we will send the app to the parents so the parents can allow the child to practice. And when they come to school in the morning, we assist the child with the spelling of the words.
Well, I'm here in support of my daughter joining the spelling bee competition.
What are you looking most forward to for her?
Well, I'm looking forward to her growth during this competition. I am also looking forward to she growing as a person and also for her to expand her knowledge as she grows as well.
We, as a company, Grace Kennedy, invest in our young people. So whether that be in education or sports, as you know, we're very big in champs as well. But when you talk about education, we invest at all levels across, whether it's primary, secondary or tertiary. We're very big in education. So once we saw the opportunity to invest and be a part of this, I mean, we jump at it because we're very excited that we're working with children and, you know, they're our future.
But why do we encourage this? Why do your teachers and your parents put you in such a competition? It's not just about getting 100 on a test. It's about unlocking your superpowers. I want to talk to you about 3 superpowers quickly. The first superpower is the power of expression. Think about a toolbox. If you have a toolbox with just a hammer, what are you able to do? It's not a trick question. If you have a toolbox with only a hammer, what are you able to do? With a hammer. Oh, create. All right? I'm going to challenge you. You can only knock the nails because you can't use the hammer to turn a screw. So you're not yet at creating. When you begin to create is when you have a screwdriver, a pliers, a saw. Are you getting the picture? So what we're doing here is actually building the toolbox for our little ones. Every new word that you learn is another tool in your box, and it helps you to be articulate, to be eloquent, to express yourself, to write a good story, to write a good poem, to write a good song, to transcend someone from over there to this world that you want them to imagine by just the power of your words. So that is your first superpower. With words, you have the power of expression. The second superpower is the power of your brain to untap that potential. Learning to spell is like lifting weights with your brain. When you look at a word and you study it, you remember the letters, you remember the order, you remember the configuration. You're exercising that muscle brain, and you're also teaching your brain how to focus, which is a very important tool that you will need when you go further up the education ladder.
Next, we'll hear from some of our talented young participants, bright 5-year-olds who are excited to share their love for words.
My name is Vanessa Amelia Cousins. I am 5 years old.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word is rainbow. R-A-I-N-B-O-W, rainbow.
Good job.
Because I like to spell a lot.
You like to spell? Tell me one of your favorite words.
Chicken.
Chicken. You can spell chicken? Spell it for me.
C-H-I-C-K-E-N.
Good job. Good job.
Flower.
F L
O
O
O
W
E
L
E
E
E
E
R.
R.
All right, don't move. The word flower. Flower.
F-L-O-W-E-R, flower. Flower. F-L-W.
Flower.
Flower. F-L-O-W-E-R, flower.
Don't move. Can you give them a round of applause, please?
flower.
Go ahead, spell it.
Flower.
Good job.
So let me hear the buzz in the room. Buzz. Here comes the buzz. And let me hear spell the word buzz. B U Z Z. I want to have buzz.
It's always a very exciting competition. I mean, from start to finish, we're always here for the launch, and then, you know, we journey with the kids, go to the competition, and we're there for the finals, you know, and, you know, to see them at such an impressionable age, you know, spelling and competing, oh my God, you feel so passionate about it. So we really love it, and we love to see how vested the children are. They take it very seriously. So we enjoy the journey.
What an inspiring glimpse into the bright future of the spelling bee competition, the Little Bee spelling competition that is. Right here, we will bring you all the highlights of this competition. We will stay with them right through the end. I remember in my days when I entered the spelling bee competition, when I walked onto that stage, the jitters, but the great feeling to represent my school. And these ones are younger, so they are very much braver than I was. This has been another PBCJ's Agenda Jamaica. Stay tuned for all the highlights, all the details happening surrounding the Little Bee spelling competition. Buzz!